Hi, I'm Dan. I want to tell you a story on how I started smoking and why I will never, ever do it again. I have been an idiot, and I want to forewarn you that apart from being unhealthy, as everyone knows, it can also ruin your social life. There are lots of people who tried smoking out of curiosity and never did it again. I am sure many of you did as well. There's nothing bad about it because, as they say, one should try anything that is legal before it becomes an obsession. I've also heard that in most cases, people try cigarettes or alcohol or other substances because they are together with their peers so they can publicly prove their coolness. Well, this is exactly the thing that happened to me. I had a group of friends from my neighborhood. We were growing up together, and that's why we shared anything with each other. I remember the day that one of my mates brought a pack of cigarettes. We were like, "Oh no, dude, it's illegal. What if anyone sees us? Where did you get it?" Now, I think it's funny overreacting like that for a pack of cigarettes, but we were underage and it seemed a big deal. He said he had stolen it from his older brother. After all, he said, we need to find out what all that hype's about. So each of us took a cigarette and we gave it a try. Then something strange happened. Everyone around was coughing their lungs out while I was inhaling and having this pleasant feeling inside of me. I didn't understand whether it was me who did something wrong or them, because I seemed the only one enjoying the process. With tears in their eyes, they heroically finished their cigarettes and threw them away. The common conclusion was that it was gross, it felt horrible, it stank, and all in all, never ever. I was the only one who disagreed, so they gifted me the pack with the remaining cigarettes. I had to promise I would never smoke around them. From the beginning, I got addicted both to nicotine and to the process of smoking. I felt so cool when I was standing somewhere with a cigarette between my fingers, watching everyone arrogantly like some Hollywood star of the 60s. Of course, I made sure there were no adults around, otherwise I would have gotten myself into trouble. I tried to use any convenient moment to smoke a cig or two and didn't notice how I became a chain smoker. I didn't even bother thinking that it was unhealthy or dangerous. I just enjoyed it so much. But I couldn't avoid some problems. First of all, I was underage, so it was a pain to try to get the cigarettes every time. I had to find some older guys and ask them a favor, obviously not for free. Then money. Cigarettes are expensive and money was never enough. And the hardest part was to hide the fact from my parents, because first, someone could tell them about my smoking. And then, it was hard to get rid of the smell. Mints became my best friends, but they didn't help much. I was constantly paranoid that my parents are suspecting something. While I was smoking, I enjoyed it a lot and forgot about the difficulties. But at some point, I thought maybe I should quit. Apart from the obvious reasons I mentioned, I got difficulties while doing sports because I got short breath quite quickly now and started coughing a bit. And I had problems in socializing because my friends, even if they never gave up on me, were always pissed at me stinking of cigarette smoke. But I just didn't have enough will and, more importantly, desire to quit. I remember very clearly what made me quit once and for all. I fell madly in love with a girl called Anne. She seemed to like me a lot as well. We went on a couple of dates, and I didn't smoke there not to shock her. But at our third date, I thought I could make a coming out. With my best James Dean look, I approached her with a cigarette in the corner of my mouth. I was sure I was very cool, but I saw she was disapproving, even if she didn't say anything. Okay, I thought, I'll just throw the cigarette away. We were walking for some time when I thought it was a good idea to give her a kiss. She didn't seem to hate the idea. So that's what I did. But something strange happened. She pushed me away and started spitting, saying, "Ooh, that's disgusting." Well, she didn't appreciate cigarette smell, and unfortunately, that's when my first love story was over. I was really shocked and embarrassed. I was also scared that she would talk around about this shameful story and everyone would find out about that pathetic first kiss. but after all, things turned for the better. She didn't tell anyone, and thanks to her for that. And for me, it was a good incentive to quit smoking, because being humiliated, this was an experience you don't want to repeat. I don't want to be obvious, but smoking is a dubious pleasure that isn't worth all of these sufferings. I can confirm it. Thanks for listening to my story. Don't forget to share the video so that everyone knows that smoking is not a big deal.